Hey, Dr. Feldman, it's AJ Hurst with the Ortho Guru. Thanks for picking up my guide to marketing. I hope that's real valuable for you. Here is the marketing audit that you requested. So obviously here is your website. And honestly, I think it looks really good. I really like it. It works well on mobile. It's responsive. It provides a ton of information, puts a good first foot forward for your practice. The one thing that I think it's kind of a double-edged sword is it's very busy. It has a lot to it. There's over 500 pages altogether. That includes your blog pages and such, but there's just a lot to it. It can be overwhelming, but it does provide an awful lot of information. I think that we could maybe do a little bit better job of highlighting some of the direct benefits to patients, such as the 30-minute guarantee that you have or the same-day treatment start. I think those can be compelling things to help convert visitors into patients. Otherwise, though, it's good. It functions well. It loads pretty fast. All those are really good things. Let's take a look kind of under the hood at some of the traffic for it. So here's a tool that I like to use. It just shows it's fairly accurate, shows some of the traffic. Currently, you're getting about 1,800 visitors per month. You can see the graph here. It's increased quite a bit over the past year. And that's great. That's great. However, a lot of the traffic is coming from people searching directly for your name. Those are the things that you're ranking best for. And that's usually going to be the case, but what's better is when you can kind of spread it out and be ranking for some of the services. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about by showing you some of your competitors. So here is Farina Orthodontics, and their site, let me just show you, they're getting about 1,400 visitors. So what is that? That's a little bit less than yours per month. However, they only have 2 locations. So it's a little bit less traffic than you, but it's only split up over 2 locations. So ultimately they're getting, more people per location, if you will. As well, here's Abdani Orthodontics. And again, they're getting the same, about 1,400. And they're split over, I think, just three locations. So, ultimately they're getting more visitors per location, and so that shows me that they have a little bit more market share for their location, because Google is always going to be very location specific, and when you are looking to rank in an area, it always is going to be tied to a location. Does that make sense for a brick and mortar business like yours? I also pulled this up. Now this is a comparison of farinasmiles.com and your site, Blue Wave Ortho, and just how you guys are ranking for shared keywords. And the one that I really want to point out is this one here, Orthodontist Tampa. You see Farina is ranking number 1. You're ranking in spot number 12, so not even on the first page. And the key thing about this is this still has a pretty high volume of searches. This is a per month search volume. It's somewhat accurate from Google. So if they're ranking number 1 for 590 searches per month, they're probably going to be getting 300-400 visitors per month to their website for people searching for this, where you're on page 2, you're basically getting maybe nothing. You don't want to be on page 2. You want to be on page 1, and you want to be really in the top 3. The other place that you want to be showing up would be in the Google Maps. And I'll get to that in just one sec. Before, I want to just talk a little bit more about your website. Some of the ways that we could improve that search engine optimization, the SEO ranking in Google, would be a little bit of on-page SEO, where we might change up some of the titles of your pages. And I can't really show you that here, but like the title of your homepage is, I think, Blue Wave Orthodontics. You would probably want to have that start with a term that you really want to rank for. It's a way that you tell Google what your page is all about. And then maybe changing up a little bit of the content on some of the pages so that you are speaking directly to the people in that area. So For example, if I go to the St. Petersburg page, there's really no content on here that speaks to St. Petersburg. There's images and such, but Google isn't going to read the images. They're going to read what's written on the page. So one way to increase the rankings is to just add more content that speaks about the orthodontist in St. Petersburg. Let me show you this as well for your website. Another key factor for how Google ranks a website is backlinks, which is the links that are coming into your website from other websites. And you have over 19,000 backlinks, which sounds really good. Unfortunately, most of them are fairly worthless. Most of them are redirects from previous websites like feldmanorthodontics.com, and they're not really relaying any power or trust to your website. For comparison, Farina Orthodontics, they only have 200 backlinks, but they're much better quality backlinks. And same with Abdoni Orthodontics. They have 500, so far less than you, but they are conveying much more power. Let's look at some of your map listings. You're not ranking very well in the maps from what I can tell. And one way to improve that is to go through and optimize each and every one of your location listings, and that will help you to rank better for local searches. And when you can rank better for those local searches, you will end up showing up in, let's see, I don't think I have it up. You'll show up in that map pack, which shows up usually right underneath the AdWords. It'll show up, actually I can show you right here. You can rank and show up here, which you are for Invisalign Tampa when I search Invisalign Tampa. But if I search Braces Tampa, you're nowhere to be seen. But Farina Orthodontics is. And while I'm on it, they have 222 reviews for their Google Maps listing. That's impressive. You have, I believe, at most, I think you have 77. So that would be another great way to increase your rankings. I believe that it does help with ranking for the map listings, but it certainly helps influence people's buying decisions when they can see 200 great reviews versus just 77. The other way that we can increase your maps rankings is with what's called citations. And that's kind of like backlinks for your website, but this is just name, business name, phone number, and address. Wherever those show up on the internet, Google reads those and then kind of compiles them, and the more you have, the more trust your maps listing will have, and therefore Google will rank you higher. And you have basically no citations. I was only able to find just maybe a handful per map listing, where most other orthodontic offices that are of your size would probably have upwards of 70, 80 to 100 citations throughout the internet. So that would be another great way to increase the rankings of each of your locations on a local basis, which drives a lot of that local traffic. The other thing I'll show you is your Facebook page. Again, it looks good. You've got a lot of interaction on it. You've got a lot of likes. The one thing that I see is lacking is reviews. Only 23 reviews. With the number of likes that you have, and again, I understand that you have multiple Facebook pages for different locations, but this is your primary one. With the number of likes and followers that you have, I would expect you to have north of 100 reviews. And again, that influences people's buying decisions as they are looking to see who they should go with, who is worthy of their business. The reviews on primarily Facebook and Google, and also Yelp to a degree, will really influence that decision. That's about all I have for you on this. SEO is a long-term process and something that you have to really commit to. And I really think that there's some room with the backlinks primarily, reviews, and then getting the maps listings ranking better. I think that could really drive a lot more traffic to your website and allow you to capture more of the market share in each of those locations. And again, I think that, I had mentioned that your website's pretty busy, which makes it a little bit difficult for conversions because people can get lost on your website. There's just so much to see. And that will come into play when we talk more about pay-per-click advertising, which I'll cover in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.